Yo, am I live? I'm live. Okay. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back to another one. Hope all is well. I was listening to Freddie P interview. Freddie P was from Making of the Band, and he had some crazy stuff to say. We're gonna get into it. He was talking about just Diddy and stuff like that, and talking about Cassie. And he said Chopper said that Diddy did him dirty by not paying him what was owed to him. This was during Hurricane. Yeah, I saw that. And then Chopper said that he went to the trial. I didn't see him, but he went to jury selection. I wasn't there during jury selection, so he went there early. He went there when they were selecting the jury, and he said Puff just kind of looked at him in disgust. And I had thought about this too. I said, what if he gets? I mean, I'm not saying he's going to do this. This is Freddie P saying it. I'm just giving my opinion on it. I'm thinking that I don't think he would do anything to anybody. He would have to lay low if he gets out. But Freddie P thinks otherwise. Freddie P thinks otherwise, man. Let me see. Yeah, Freddie P thinks otherwise. And, he's saying that. Oh, I'm going to play this as well. Hold on. Let me see something. Okay, I'm going to come back to that. I want to go to what Freddie P said. So let's go to this.
After all these years, why do you think Cassie sued Diddy?
Money. Money on. You don't promise me all this, nigga, and you gonna leave? I mean, once I leave, like, basically, I did the time. I did my time, my nigga, and I kept your secret. And when I walk away, you just gonna say, "Me, you really think I won't push this button? I got to push the button, man. You forcing me to push the goddamn button, June Tao. Push the goddamn button. I've done it. Along with pushing the button, I embarrassed myself, killed my brain, and killed yours. And we could have settled this. But you didn't think I would. And I wasn't leaving with nothing. Nick, you're running around. She know everything. She know you got 30 million here, 20 million here, maybe a house full of cash. Nick, you think I'm leaving empty-handed? You gotta understand what that. You've been slutted out, beat up, gone, all type of STDs. You're leaving empty-handed. You got to be the dumbest bitch in the world. You got to be the dumbest bitch in the world. When women leave, they try to burn the house down, money, because they don't want to see what they built, what they help.
I said something like that before. Woman want to return on her investment. All right, she don't spend a lot of time with this man. She don't did everything this man wanted to do. Okay, she don't did everything this man wanted to do now, and she left high and dry. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. That's not happening. She saw how he was doing Carisha, set her up, built her up, and he couldn't do the same for her. No, ma'am. He, if anything, he underestimated her, if anything. But he's going to say something. Freddie P is going to say something very alarming in this interview. That's what I wanted to talk about. And I had kind of thought about it. I heard somebody was saying that when her husband was in the courtroom, he was staring at Diddy and the family was staring back at him. He better be careful. Like, I'm just saying, if it was me, like, I'm not taking that. Like, especially if I go down, I don't know what I would do. Like, I wouldn't put myself in that position anyway, to be honest with you. He said Freddie P dry snitching. No, I'm not headed to Boston now.
their mind of what they endured. You just gonna up and act like it never happened and go get to another bitch. That ain't happening. If you think that's gonna happen, because they can't beat you up. So either they try to go to the police or they burn the house down. You see, she testifying. She want that nigga gone. Because she know if he don't go, chances are I'm dead. And it might not happen now. It's gonna be something happening in 5 to 10 years. But if Puffy beat this case, that bitch out of there. If he was smart, he'd stay away from him.
You heard him? He said if he beat this case, she out of here. He said it could be 5 to 10 years from now. That's not good. Like for him to say that. He said the man is the boogeyman. He said he the real life boogeyman.
Because, you know.
So you think if Diddy, if he beat this case, he going after Cassie?
Yeah. Well, y'all don't know Puffy. Y'all don't know Puffy. Y'all think this man's some sweet homosexual or something like. You costing me everything. He's a malicious person. He's had a mentality of I will not lose for so long. Anybody from the smallest, from the janitor to the CEO, if you did something he didn't like, he has got his revenge. From the janitor to the CEO in the building. He don't care how small you are, you're not gonna play Puffy. And she knows what I know. Everybody know. That bitch gonna have to move to south of France. Somewhere. Everybody. He also
said Gene too. He said he gonna come after Gene too. I want to say this: if he do get off, excuse me, I would say he lay low. I wouldn't, because it'll come back to him. Even if it's 10 years from now, if something happened to them, the feds going to be looking at him. In fact, if he get off, the feds are going to be watching him. He's definitely going to be having a file now. He's going to have an active file. And especially he beat the feds, they're going to be embarrassed by that. They definitely going to be watching him. If not, open up another case. They definitely going to be watching him. They, for sure, if he even jaywalk the wrong way, they're coming for him. So I don't think that's the case. I know Freddie P is giving his opinion on it, but he doesn't know the United States government, man. They have unlimited resources. They want to watch you, they'll watch you. If he get off of this, please give me a like. That'll be greatly appreciated in advance. But if he gets out of this, trust me, it's like eyes are going to be on him. He will have to just lay low. If he even jaywalk wrong, I'm telling you, sneeze wrong, they're going to be looking at him.
Everybody's scared. The ones who didn't support, the ones who thought he was burnt, they scared. They don't want to see him beat the case. They thought he was fried, which I think he fried, but I mean, me and Baz was having this conversation. She was like, yo, I don't think this nigga gonna do life, y'all. I can't see him doing life. I'm like, me either. I say, but I don't think he gonna get away with nothing. I think he gonna probably get a 15-year sentence, do 10, have the rest suspended or some shit like that. But life, I don't think he gonna catch life. So a lot of people who be out here that wasn't talking before, who was supportive, not supportive, who was a friend and not a friend, now they may see him again. And that's where that's where he at right now. He just waiting. A lot of people gonna get like not a lot of people gonna pay the piper if he get out. Puffy got tapes. I think Puffy got tapes in it where he just keeping it gangster where he don't wanna go all out like no sucker, but he keeping his leverage. I think Puffy got them tapes. And everybody know Puffy got them tapes. And if they don't let Puffy get off easy or, you know what I mean? Somebody gonna get fucked up in the end. Somebody a high power. You know, all these people start dying. All these Quincy Jones, all these people start dying. Everything since Puffy happened, everybody started dying. T.D. Jakes all of a sudden sick. His whole crew is just getting sick or dying. You dig what I'm saying? It's cold as shit. I'm gonna be looking like I'm gonna crack on this bitch. I keep shaking. But yeah, so I mean, if P. Diddy beat this case, Don gotta watch her back. Gene Deal gonna have to watch his back. Roger the Rabbit, Roger Bonds, the Bond. Y'all know I ain't good with names.
Yeah, Roger Bond, that's his name.
Roger gonna have to watch his back. Only person they gonna have to watch their back is me, because I've been a formidable opponent since he was out here. I've been coming at his neck since he was out here.
You gotta watch your back too. You're not exempt. No, sir. You're not exempt. If that's the case, if everybody gotta watch their back, then you're not exempt. They're telling vloggers this now. They're telling vloggers this that's out there. Y'all watch y'all back. That's what they're telling us. But we're not walking in fear though. I'm just telling you guys how the vloggers are treating it out there. We're not walking in fear, man. We out there doing a job. We're reporting on the case. I don't walk in fear. There's only one person that made this planet. There's only one entity, that made this planet. So I'm not walking in fear of nobody, period. Okay, I don't care how powerful you are. I do not care how powerful you are. You're not in control. See, a lot of people with money, they think they so in control of your life and everybody else's life. They trying to come up with technology now to make you live forever. Did y'all know that? They're coming out with some AI technology that will be able to repair every cell in your body, and replenish you and reverse your age so you can live forever, man. They trying to, man, because they can't help. They can't control how they come back. That's why. The creator, they're trying to play with the creator now, because when you die and you retransform and come into another body, they call it the birth lottery. It's a lottery. Like, you don't know where you're going. And they're trying to control it. They're literally trying to control. Now they're talking about head transplant surgery, all types of stuff. These billionaires don't want to go because they know you can't take the money with you. You can't take it with you, and you can't control how you come back. You could come back to a poor family somewhere in the Far East. There's something on the other side that they cannot control. And they're trying to, though. They're trying to play God. They can't. They cannot. So these people cannot take it. They're not that powerful. It's just the people around them that make them powerful. Money is a facade, man. It's not real. It used to be, because we used to be backed by gold. Now it's the fiat. It's what they say on your dollar bill. It's a promissory note. It's backed by the U.S. military. They don't have they think they have power. But if he's right, if they have to watch their back, see, if I was Puff, I'll stay low. I'll lay low. You know what I'm saying? Because obviously I don't have no friends. Only the ones that showed up in court. That's my people. Everybody else is not friends. Or we don't know. Some people might have been helping on the low, though. We don't know. They might be helping on the low. But yeah, he has to keep a low profile. He can't come after her. I don't care what Freddie P is saying.
If anything, I think I relaxed a little because I don't like kicking him way down. But today, after hearing them trials and everything, and just hearing what type of monster he truly was, I just came into the interview disgusted. I literally left the gym you see, I don't got no earrings, nothing. I came in here disgusted. You get what I'm saying? I'm like, damn. Cut deep down, I could say this now. Somebody you idolized. It's not only you hurt because of what he did to other people. Like, damn. You know? Like Nick looked up to you at one time, respect you, and I think that's why a lot of hate for Puffy come back with me, like, it's like a love thing. Like, now I love you, my nigga. Like, I really appreciated what you did. For I'm not like everybody else. Like you could have gave me 10% of what I earned, my nigga. I would have just been happy. Like, I'm a grateful nigga because I come from nothing. Like, I slept on bags of clothes. I come from eating fucking sandwiches or eating bread sandwiches or mayonnaise sandwiches every night. This was our thing. So I come from nothing. Like, I used to go to school with mildew clothes on because I drive like, we used to take our clothes. We didn't have dressers. Our clothes sat on our front porch in bags. I remember my mom walking up and down the street with 6 kids and nowhere to go. We all going from hotel to hotel and $30, $40 motels and carrying our bags. This was my childhood. So I just feel like a lot of stuff that, I mean, me and him could have got along if he'd just, did right by me.
So how you think Diddy gonna get that done? Because he can't do it personally.
Same way he been getting everybody else, right? You ain't heard nobody.
All right, so let me stop right there. It's not gonna ever happen. You know why? Because this video, the feds are watching it. I think everybody feds. Just let y'all know that. But they're talking to him for a reason. Like, okay, tell us how it's gonna happen. Then they know he's never gonna do it. He's never gonna do it. Now that this interview came out, it's never gonna happen. And I'm just saying, for people out there that's riding hard for him, you are going to. If you try it, it's never gonna happen. They got the sauce for y'all. There's people out there. I'm just seeing it. It's straight up. They got the. It's heavily fortified. They not playing around. Let me tell you something, right? This whole society that we're in right now has been created before any one of us been born. They have this thing down packed. I'm telling you, they have it down. You're not beating them. Al Capone couldn't beat the system. He's not beating it. Al Capone couldn't do it. You cannot do it. You can't be out here killing indiscriminately. You will eventually get caught, one way or the other. But they watching him though. It's like the block is too hot. They're watching him. So I just know how it is. They're watching him. So yeah, I mean, I hear what he's saying, but I wouldn't think he would do that. But you never know.
Else in this indictment, but we all know for sure that he got these bodies. We know for sure. Y'all gonna pretend. We know for sure.
He said, "We know for sure that he got these bodies." They're setting it up for something, guys. They're letting us know there's a prequel coming. They're letting us know something going on. The Keith. Never mind. I ain't gonna say that his trial start yet. It's on hold, ain't it? Mm-hmm. His trial on hold, isn't it? Oh my God. And they said it's still an active investment. Never mind. Yeah, that's how I think. I could see things. I could see things like pictures and stuff like that. I could see. He didn't say, listen, I promise you, he didn't say this interview for no reason. I promise you this. He didn't say it for no reason. These guys don't fool me. He didn't say it for no. Why would you come out and say that he would come out and do something to her? Why would you say that? It's for a reason. Hey, Amy, how you doing? Ashe to you. Haven't seen you in a while. Ashe. He said he got bodies. Everybody know that. Well, how you know? If I was a agent, I'm like, how you know, Freddie? How you know he got bodies? Man, this is deep, man.
Ain't that many coincidences in the world, so that's hypothetical. Let's just say, for the sake of argument, hypothetically speaking, let's just say he do got all these bodies.
No, you just said he got all these bodies. You said, let's just say, hypothetically speaking, say he got all these bodies. No, you just said it. Let's rewind back.
For sure. Ain't that many coincidences in the world, so that's hypothetical. Let's just say, for the sake of argument, hypothetically speaking, let's just say he do got all these bodies.
See, he talking to so he said, let's say hypothetically speaking. And no, you said it already. Don't try to clean it up now. He said it already. Listen.
Bodies. We know for sure. I could have got along if he'd just, did right by me.
So how you think Diddy gonna get that done? Because he can't do it personally.
Same way he been getting everybody else, right? You ain't heard nobody else in this indictment, but we all know for sure that he got these bodies. We know for sure. Y'all gonna pretend. We know for sure that ain't that many coincidences in the world, so that's hypothetical. Let's just say, for the sake of argument, hypothetically speaking, let's just say he do got all these bodies. How did they occur? How did who slipped into Wendy's? Wendy Williams, who got Heavy D? You don't know him, do you? So if he get out, I'm gonna be the same people that reach out to them people. It could be the person that you pass in the grocery store, shake your hand. It could be the person that when you pass to the grocery store, go.
He ain't lying, yo. Because let me tell you something, man. It's spooky out there, dog. I got stared down at on Friday, but I stared back. I'm not afraid. I am. What I tell you is, I only serve one force. That's it. I only serve one force. That's just what it is. Yeah, man. And this dude, he had on a suit, but I could tell he wasn't no lawyer. I could tell. He just had on a suit though. He wasn't no lawyer. He's staring. You can tell when somebody is. I can tell when somebody is. If I stare at, if you stay, me and you lock eyes, I can tell if you're dangerous or not. This person's dangerous. I can tell. But I'm not scared. I'm not afraid though. I'm not. I'm not. But yeah, I could tell that man was dangerous. Definitely can tell. He was sitting up in court too. Definitely can tell. He tried to blend in. He's trying to blend in. But I peeped him immediately. And he was just making it known, like staring at everybody, making it known. As soon as he came in, he locked eyes with me. Because he sat in the back. He locked eyes with me. I looked at him. He looked at me. And then he kept looking. And I kept looking at him. And yeah, man, it's really like that. It really is. So, like I said, but the vloggers, though, what I can say is about us vloggers, that ain't stopping none of us. Because everybody called him staring. A lot of people that was there, they were looking back at him. They saw him. But ain't nobody stunting them. Ain't nobody stunting them. We are here to do a job, and it ain't our fault that this man is here. It's not our fault. It's not our fault that he's here. Okay? I don't live my life in fear. We here to do a job. I told you guys I was going. Some people say, "Oh, I can't believe you there." Nah, man, I was going. I'm home anyway. Yeah. So I'm just telling you, yeah, it's like that, man. I can see it. I can walk down the street and peep people out. I can see it. I can see who the distractors are. And you know, let me tell you guys this. So that young lady that got on the media, she was talking to my homegirl, the lady that got in the media that came out on camera and said that they offer her $20 an hour to wear that free Puff shirt. Okay, well, the next day that free Puff stuff went away. It is no longer out there. And she said somebody got at her about it. Somebody got at her. And the person I was talking to told her, she said, "Listen, I'm going to give you some advice. Please keep your mouth shut. Or don't come out here." That's what she said to her. She said, "Be careful how you expose. If you ain't ready for the heat, then be careful." That's right. That's what I'm saying. I'm looking at Freddie P. I'm like, Freddie, what are you talking? Like, if you know this, why are you on camera saying all of this? If you know first of all, then he say hypothetically speaking. But he said we all know he got bodies. How do you know that? Like, you can't say that if you don't know for a fact. If you're just saying it on conspiracy, then say that it's a conspiracy, like it's a thought. Don't say it like you know it, because these people watching and they want him away. So they watching that. So I personally wouldn't say that. I personally wouldn't say that because it's not fair for him to say that and this man's on trial. Okay? He's sitting here fighting for his freedom and you sitting there saying that. So, like, if you don't care, he might not care. Freddie might not care. You know what I'm saying? He might not care at this point. But Lord have mercy, Freddie. You sitting up here saying he got bodies, then you're going to say hypothetically speaking? Hypothetically speaking? He said hypothetically speaking, Freddie. Listen to me. Stop. Stop, Freddie. Stop. I had to look at you. Stop. Y'all stop. The boogeyman is coming. The boogeyman. I am the boogeyman. Let me stop. I am the boogeyman. Let me stop, y'all. I am the boogeyman. Look at my eyes. Look at me. Look at my eyes. I'm the boogeyman. Now let me stop. I'm not the boogeyman, yo. I didn't scare. I'm just joking. But that's his thoughts. I just want to say, like, if it's conspiracy, I don't like conspiracy theories. I'm gonna tell you why. Because everybody said there was drugs in the baby oil, right? There was no drugs in the baby oil. None. There was no drugs in the baby oil. None. Okay? There was none. Everybody kept saying it. There was drugs and it was all in bottles. What you think he got in it? He got something in it. Even the people that he worked with were saying that. Even they were saying that. That's why you got to take what people say with a grain of salt. So, okay, you saying that, Cassie got to be careful and all that. I don't think so. I think he'll lay low. He'll be grateful to get out, man. And he'll just go on with his life, man. That's pretty much it, man. So I'm giving my opinion on it, man. It's just my opinion. That is kicking him when he's down, Freddie. That is kicking him when he's down by saying that. He got bodies and he's sitting up here fighting the feds and you saying he got bodies? That is kicking him when he's down. You said now Max acting like a Marvel villain. No, I need a haircut. I'm about to cut my hair in a second. And dye my joint. I'm about to in a second when I get off here. I'm about to bald it out. I don't know the type to keep on to my joint. Because I had locks for 15 years. And my locks were long like Damian Marley's. And what happened was it just pulled at my hair over time. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, I have to bald it now. I don't have no bald spots, but it's my hairline. It's because of that hair all those years. But, yeah, man, I tell you, man, that is kicking him when he's down, Freddie. It sure is. I wouldn't be saying that. Let me tell you something, and I'm going to tell y'all something, be real with you, man. I feel like I'm in the Twilight Zone. I'm going to tell you why. I was taught to keep my mouth shut and mind my business. Like, let's say if I know somebody, right? They're into activities and different things like that. It's none of my business. They could live across the street from me. It's none of my business. Okay? It's none of my business. And now, like, if somebody I know catch a case, I'm not going to say what they did because like back in the day, people really would come for you for that. You have to mind your business. Like, if you know something, keep your mouth shut, really. But I think a lot of people want to see him go down, man, including Freddie. I don't care what Freddie's saying. Listen what he's saying.
Put a chemical in your car, you know what I'm saying, or on your doorknob. It's like some stuff is in it. Like you just can't dodge it when you got that type of money and them type of resources. So if he wants you, it ain't no telling how Wendy Williams all of a sudden. You know what Wendy Williams got? Why they did that to her? Up her credibility. They fucked up her credibility and they took away her memory bank because she know too much. This is one bit who couldn't survive and who wasn't supposed to make it to his information generation. This is an informational. This is an informal generation. There's no secrets. Like you can't hide anything from the world no more. Putin just let the world know Jesus is black. Like there's no secrets. If you still in the blind, it's because you chose to be type of society. So people know it's not a coincidence. And however how he got Albie, Kim, Andre Harrell, it's 5 of them. Y'all know the names. But it's not a coincidence. You think Cassie exempt? You think that white boy for real is exempt? He blew up a fucking Kid Cudi car. But I think if Puffy beat his case, he should be more relaxed. Probably can go and hide out, spend time with his family, get rid of social media, and just be a father. Cause you out the closet now. Everybody can see your hand. Everybody know who you are. You don't have to hide nothing no more. So if he do beat it, he might come out still trying to play gangster. You know what I'm saying? Still trying to prove, because he might have a complex. Well, certain people, you think I'm gay? Like me, like I keep telling people, oh, I suck my thumb, so when I walk in the room, I'm gonna be extra aggressive to let you know, don't take this thumb shit the wrong way. So he might be the same way with gay. He walking that bitch gay, saying, making jokes and shit. He gonna make a couple examples. Puffy is the boogeyman. No, Puffy is the boogeyman. Every rap know this. They don't want. I don't go. How many gangsters in rap?
I think he's right about that, because when he was on the Drink Champs, they were looking uncomfortable. If it was me up there doing that, they would have tried to check me. If that was me doing that, they'd be like, "Man, what the hell are you doing?" They didn't say that to him. They didn't say what the hell he doing. They didn't say he was out of pocket, which he was. They didn't say that. There ain't nobody on the Drink Champs. They were all looking crazy. They were. They were, man. I think maybe I don't really want to say it, but I believe he is feared. I believe so, because people act like that around him. And but he must have got too big for his what we call britches, and he pissed somebody off up top, because those guys up top are real dangerous. They real dangerous. So that's the only thing I can believe, how he got into this mess. Yeah, I believe so, because I never forget what Eddie Griffin said. They got something on everybody. You never leave this game clean. They got something on everybody. So, what's up, Abbott? It had to be somebody from up top. It had to be, but we're never gonna know. It's only gonna be speculation. We're never gonna find this out. Even he don't know. Watch this, guys. Even he don't know. He don't know who he pissed off. He pissed somebody off. I go back to, they tell you the secrets in movies, right? You remember Trading Places with Eddie Murphy? If you haven't seen that movie, you might want to watch it. Well, if you want to. But if anybody my age, you probably seen that before. Trading Places with Eddie Murphy. When the guys, they made a bet for $1. They gave him a lot of money. And to see what he gonna do with it. And he actually passed the test. And the other one wasn't surprised. He bet $1. He owed him $1. Those guys are what we call up top. You never see them. They hide. These people be hiding in plain sight. They hide in plain sight. They be driving regular cars. They hide in plain sight. I know. They hide in plain sight. And it seemed like there's some type of cleanup going on. If it's not, I know it had to be somebody. It's somebody calling the shots here that has to clean this mess up. And you cannot, I'm telling you guys, when you walk around life and you think you're untouchable, you can do anything to people, that means people around you are yes men, right? Because he had a bunch of yes men around him. That means he wasn't respected. Ain't nobody take that gun charge. That's how you know. Nobody. Ain't nobody, because he's not respected. He's not respected. He's actually hated. He actually had a lot of frenemies around him. He's hated. He know that now, but the people that's in court with him now, that's his family. Those are the ones that has his back. I don't see Jay-Z in court. I don't see DJ Khaled in court. I mean, just come by once. God damn. Can y'all come by one time? Just show up one time. Just show up one time. Y'all can't even show up one time. Not one time. Y'all supposed to be cool. Where you at, Kevin? What's up with the black excellence parties y'all had? When y'all toasting the black excellence? You know, we toasting the black excellence. You gave this whole speech and all that, and they were scared of this dude, yo. That's what I see. They were scared of this dude, man. They were scared of him. I remember a long time ago, man. This dude was like bullying people, man. He used to go to my high school, and it was 2 bullies in my high school. But it was one that was like, he had to be like 40. He was like he had already graduated high school, and I was a freshman, and we knew him from around the way. And he used to get drunk and high off. He used to smoke leak or wet. We used to call it leak. He used to smoke this leak. It had embalming fluid in the weed. We called it leak. Or they used to dip the cigarettes in embalming fluid. He used to smoke that. Now we call that wet. And I guess the weed was leak. Or the weed was wet. Oh, I can't remember. It's in the reverse. I never smoked that stuff. Or it's PCP. Or he'll get high off PCP. Right this time he was high off PCP. So when he's high off PCP and he drinking, he don't know who we are. And then he'll have bouts where he like, oh shoot, okay. And I remember we was at the movie theater, man. We was out there trying to get numbers, yo. We was at the movie theater in Willowbrook Mall, in Jersey, Willowbrook Mall. We was at the mall. You know, you got a movie theater out there. I believe it's still there. And we trying to get numbers and all that. And we was like, yo. They was like, Matt, here he come, yo. They go Karan, yo. I said, oh shit. He always used to come to me. And it was another dude named Aaron. Now, Aaron, I know him since grammar school, but he was always 4 years older than me, though. And we all very close. Like, if he see me, oh, that's what's the name? Okay. So they all were drunk one night. But he was off that PCP. Everybody was scared of this dude, yo. When I tell you was scared, but this dude was like 5. In my mind, this dude is 5'5", yo. I don't give a fuck what y'all thinking. He's 5'5", yo. I'm like 5'11" at the time. I'm just gonna hit him and run. That's what I'm gonna do. That's what I thought. So I'm gonna stomp on his ankle and I'm gonna run. If you crack his ankle, you good. Then at that point, if you can step on somebody's ankle on an angle, my dad taught me that. You know, he like if you can step it on an angle, now you can do them dirty. They can't walk anymore. So that's what I was thinking. I said, I'm just going to take his ankle out, and crack it. And here he come checking pockets. He checked my boy pockets, right? I said, damn, he checking pockets. And he came up to me and act like he was going to hit me, but I didn't flinch. It wasn't that I was trying to be tough. I didn't see him doing it. I had blinked or something. I didn't see what he did. He was like, oh, you a tough guy. And then he was like, wait a minute. He like, I know y'all. For a minute, he know us. Then Aaron came and said, yo, man, leave him alone. We know the little dudes. Leave him alone. But everybody around there was shook of him. That's how I think Puff is. People just shook of him, man. They shook. Some people do strike fear in people, man. They do. Good people. But let me tell you about these people, though. They only mess with people they can beat. Remember that. They're actually cowards. A bully is actually a punk. Did you know that? Because they only bully people they think they can beat. All you gotta do is fight them. Even if you lose, all you gotta do is fight them. Even if you lose. Even if you lose. That's why they say in jail, if you don't fight, you're gonna get taken advantage of. It's the same concept because it's a predator type environment. So predators look for weak prey. They don't look for tough prey. They look for weak prey because it's easier that way. But even if you fight back, you're not a weak prey and you're not easy prey. They got to work for it. That's why. That's the concept. So that means like Puff is not a punk. I don't see punk in his eyes. I don't. He's not. But he picks his battles, I believe. I believe he does. Or he just got to the point where he ain't picking battles. He's like, fuck all y'all. I don't believe he's happy. I believe he's mad inside for something. I don't know why. And he don't have no fear in his. Now Puff, he has no fear. You can see it in his eyes. I honestly believe. I don't even think he has feeling. I don't. He don't have no fear. You can see it in his eyes. He's not a punk. He's definitely not a punk. That I can read that on him. But he shouldn't. For all that he's built, he shouldn't even be in this position. He shouldn't. You know, and it's unfortunate that he ain't had no somebody around him that could actually he could listen to ground him. You know, man, that's just what it is. I know he think this is a bullshit case. He shouldn't even be in this situation. But he got to go back for a minute. He got to retrace his steps. But he can't retrace his steps because he was high all the damn time. He probably can't. If he retrace his steps back, he gonna figure out who he pissed off. If he can just I'm talking about retrace it from when he got locked up and rewind back. In his mind, if you rewind back. Did you know, here's a trick. Did you know if you meditate, all you gotta do is close your eyes and meditate and picture your earliest picture of yourself as a child. Everybody can do it. Whatever. Or you can look at a younger picture of yourself and then keep that picture in your mind. So all you got to do is imagine your younger self and you sitting at a table. And your younger self is asking your older self questions. And you're asking your younger self questions. Did you know that can heal some shit that you got going on? Did you know that? You can actually heal yourself doing that. All you got to do is tell your younger self, I'm older and everything is going to be fine. Whatever you're afraid of, it's fine. Trust me, I'm in your future. You can do it now with your older self. You can do it now. You can do it like this. It's an exercise. Your mind is very powerful, right? So I don't know how he got in this situation. Like, I don't know. He had to have been jaded by something. It had to be drugs. It had to be. It had to be drugs. Something threw him off because, see, when you got that kind of money, you can buy whatever you're addicted to. You can buy more and more and more and more and more of it. There's an endless supply. Yeah, you can. It's an exercise you can do. Let's say you had a trauma that you're afraid. You're just afraid of crowds. If something happened when you was a child, you can walk into your younger self and tell, hey, it's okay. I got your back and you're healed from it. You will, your mind will trick. It's like you're tricking your mind that you're young again. You can literally play with your mind. That's how powerful you are. So it's like he knows this. He knows that, but I don't know, something threw him off. But I think it's just the partying, the drugs. I think so. I think it is. It's a reason for everything. It's just he had endless supply. Just because I'm hearing the testimony, he had a fanny pack. Just had somebody come bring it to him. Just endless partying. You develop a psychosis. Everybody knows this. I'm not trying to make up for him, but it's true. Yeah, the butterfly. Oh, I was just getting ready to say it, Leo, I was just getting ready to say it. The butterfly effect. Oh my God, I just had chills. I was just getting ready to say it. You can literally dictate your reality by thinking it. You can literally think your reality, man. You really can. Yeah, you really can. That's how powerful everybody is. That's why I was saying I don't judge him or Cassie for their sexual behavior. I don't judge either one of them. You know why? Puff can redefine himself overnight and say that he's a different person. I'll believe him. As long as he believes it, he'll change overnight. Okay, he did this and that, but he's a different person now. He can literally change himself overnight, if that's what he want to do. She can too. That's why I'm saying, like, she's a mother now. She's not that no more. Everybody has a past. I just wish somebody as smart as him. We needed him in our society. We needed him in our culture to help us. He was here. We need somebody like that to help, not harm. He sees. I think he see it now that he's sitting up in that spot. His life is flashing behind. You know what they're doing to him? This shit is like they're his past life is flashing behind in front of him. That's what they're doing. They're not intentionally doing it, but that's what's happening because he's not on. I don't think he's on anything. And you know that he got his Bible there. I believe they say he had his Bible on the table. God, that bothers me. That's why I have to be careful, like, because I can really feel people. It bothers me. But you know, people make bad decisions. It's a bad decision. Some people make bad decisions, and I'm gonna tell you guys something. He's convicted. People are not gonna feel right about it if he's convicted. They're just not gonna feel right about this. It's nothing. It's something. I feel like everybody that testified, they didn't want to testify. That's how I feel. And obviously, we didn't get him in this mess, and we watching it play out. We're watching this play out, and he's watching it play out. And but I've had a thought about that. We needed him for other greater things. Not but he you know, everybody has a right to do whatever they want to do in this life, right? If he want to focus on freak offs or whatever, then that's fine. You know what I'm saying? You said demons can take control of clones. I don't think Puff's a clone. I honestly believe they can clone because they just cloned that animal that was extinct. But I don't think I don't know. Like that's playing God, man. I don't know. I don't know. But yeah, man, that's what we're watching. I was like, man, it's really a shame, man. He really could have helped some kids out here that really needed it. You know, like somebody can intern for him for a summer. You know what I'm saying? And learn what he knows. You know, he could have done things like that. Now, when I say intern for him, I'm talking about business. I ain't talking about that foolishness now, what he was doing, because you intern for him, you in for some shit. God damn, Puff. With the what do you call it? The assistants. They had to clean the hotel room. They had to do this. He brought him the wrong, like 2 of the waters because he couldn't find the whole gallon. So he brought him 2 to make up for a gallon. He got yelled at. God damn, Puff. Lord have mercy. I would have been like, look, Mr. Puffy, I'm gone. I would have quit on. I'm like, God, what you doing, Big Daddy? What you doing, baby? Yo, I got to get out of here. That's what I'm doing. I quit, yo. I quit because that room was atrocious. And I had to sit up there and put gloves on and a mask and clean the damn room. I quit. You know? But you have to be younger to work for him. You couldn't be my age. You would have to be younger where you don't know no better. That would have been an intern of hell. He said he cleaned up candle wax. And baby, it's the candle wax is on the floor. Yeah, I put that on my resume. I was a close assistant. I bet you people are like, well, what happened? What did you do? I had to set it up. I remember Puff gave an interview. He said, well, when I'm going to a hotel, I gotta have it sexy before I get there. It has to be set up before I get there. He said, I like my little things like that I need in the hotel to make it sexy. He said, my candles. He said, I like candles and stuff like that. He said, it has to be real sexy. He said, my nice smells and fragrances. He said, I need it. He talking about Glad candles, man. Because that's what he had. He had some Glad candles, man. And some strobe lights. You know? That's it. That man could party, man. For real. That's not even what nobody worried about. We ain't worried. Like, at this point, okay, you don't have free calls. Y'all ODing on it now. We know about the free calls. Yeah, I'm like, wait a minute, Glad candles? What about the Yankee candles, Pop? Yo, he's off the hook. What about the Yankee candles? He was just simple. You know what it was? He liked what he liked. That's what it is. He know what he know. He liked what he liked. I know you're saying, damn, why the Glade candles? That's what he liked. You might say to yourself, what about the guys? When I saw the pit, it was the pink Johnson & Johnson baby oil. Okay, I got some in my bag. Now I don't feel damn. You see, if I pull like, damn, I actually got baby oil. You said he can't even go to TJ. He know about TJ Maxx. See, he was a billionaire, but he was still real at the same time. I can't explain it. He still was just like you, but he just had a lot of money. Meaning that he liked what he liked. It's something about the baby oil. He didn't care about the essential oils, the tea tree oil, whatever y'all have. You know, them fancy oil. He didn't care nothing about that. He want the baby oil. And he wants you, and I know people say, well, damn, 1,000 bottles of baby oil. Yeah, it didn't have no drugs in it. He needed the baby oil because he needed pouring off of you. That's all it was. You said, yes, sir. I like she said she had to pick up Glade candles. Okay. He just wanted candles. He didn't give a damn. He just wanted some candles up in there to set the mood right. And then the baby oil. Okay. And you can probably say, where he order all this from? Just they go to the stores, wherever. And then his assistants, they set up the room for him because when he get in there, he don't have to set nothing up. They have it all set up for him. So he just likes what he likes, man. And he's hilarious at the same time. You know, that's why I know some people is like kind of battling it because it's like he can turn it on and off. I remember it was on his YouTube page. He was having a Christmas party at his house. And he's the type that he has to micromanage. He has his hand in everything. He got to micromanage. So he said, damn, a brother can't at least get a drink. He said, I ain't got a drink or nothing. He said, I'm over here. He said, I've been here for 5 minutes. I ain't got a drink in my hand. And then I don't know if it was his sister or somebody. They're like, you mad on the holidays? Why are you mad? He said, oh, no. You think I'm mad? I'm not mad. She said, yes, you are. He said, yeah, but I've been standing here for 5 minutes. I ain't got a drink in my hand. So obviously whoever was the bartender, they should know that. I guess people should read his goddamn mind. Okay, so the bartender finally gave him his drink. And then he was like, where's the iPad? I don't have an iPad. I don't have no music. He said, guys, he looked at the camera. I need a DJ. I will hire you. He said, I need a DJ at all times. When I'm on the plane, I need a DJ. He said, when I'm walking around the house, I need a DJ. Okay? Meaning you had to bring the iPad with the speakers. So, and whatever he wants to request, you got to play it on the spot. Yo, this dude is off the hook. Yo, it was kind of funny, actually. Because he was dead ass serious. He was like, damn, I've been here 5 minutes. I ain't got a drink in my hand. Coming up, sir. He's okay. And she was like, you mad? It's the holiday. He said, no, I'm not mad. And then he was trying to help cook. It was hilarious, yo. This dude is ghetto, yo. You know what he did? He's not ghetto. He know what he know. He was putting the sugar in the damn the salt. We all do that. He said, "Look, girls, you have to put the sugar in it. You see what I'm saying? And mix it up." Dude is he just got money, but he's like he likes what he likes when he grew up. He likes the same thing. Yeah, he wanted the people glistening. And I say that's something that we say, our generation, glistening. I said that to my girl once. I said, I want you just glistening. I said, you out the tub just glistening. See, we say out the tub, even though you got in the shower, we know what we know. We say you got out the tub and shit. Like, she's like, I wasn't in the tub. I said, but that's how we talk. You just got the tub glistening. I say that. You got out glistening. You see what I'm saying? So that's what he like. He glistening and gliding, scrambling and scraping. He said this ninja wanted you glistening and had his own soundtrack. Listen, this dude is off the hook. Go look at some of his home videos on YouTube. He's actually funny. He's funny as fuck. They was like the twins that his daughter, he was helping them cook. And he was sitting there, he didn't know what the fuck he was doing, y'all. He didn't. But because the chef had to help him, but he claimed that he was doing it. And he knew to put the sugar in the sauce though. He knew that. He knew to do that. And then one time they were getting on a boat or something. He took their phones from them. He said, "Come on, give me your phones." He had the bag, and they all had to put their phones in the bag, and everybody looked pissed. He said, "We going back to the 80s, so we talk to each other." And then he was like, "Justin, I know you got 2 phones. Give me the phone." He said, "I'm so proud of you. I'm so proud of you." I know they're like, "God damn, would this dude go somewhere?" But that's how he is. He's like funny with his kids. And it's like, okay, and now he's Lord have mercy, he's sitting up in this goddamn situation. You know what? I know they like, that's our dad. We love him, but he just on some, we love him still. God damn, Dad. But everybody got somebody like that in their family where they just sit down somewhere, calm down. Yeah, but it was fun. If you go look at some of his videos, they're still on YouTube. If you go to his older stuff, his home videos, you're gonna see how he acting. And then they went on some kind of road trip. That was hilarious. Yeah, the kids, they you gotta feel for them. But I be thinking about the case. Just like if he just trace his steps, he'll know how he got there. You always just gotta have somebody in your corner to like tell you messing up, and you got to be able to respect them enough to listen to them. Because with that type of situation he had, he really got to move a different way. But we'll see what happens. But yeah, what Chopper is saying, I don't think he would do that. I think he'll lay low. I mean, he'll slowly get back into the groove. You know what I'm saying? Shit, if I was him, look, freak off as soon as I get out. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding, man. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Yeah, they graduated yesterday. That was cool. They look just like him too. They look like him and their mother. His son is his clone though. He like cloned that kid. You said left him to his own devices. Well, I mean, yeah, they look like twins. They looked like when he was younger. He said daughters went to the prom. Mm. Yeah, man. Now Chopper, not Chopper. Yeah, Chopper. Yeah, this dude is hilarious. He said he went to the trial. Now, for those that went to the trial, he wasn't there when we were there. He was there for jury selection. Oh, let me see what Chopper talking about. He was there for jury selection.
Solidification. Really, you dig? I was at the trial. I went to the trial for solidification. Really, you dig? I'm still under contract with I didn't understand this here until after I did all the dialogue. I didn't want to say that. You heard me on a recent interviews I've done, but I had to go find out myself that I'm still under contract with the Bad Boy deal. He signed off the whole way, but he never signed off the last 3 slips, which means I'm still under Bad Boy until he finally signed the last 3 slips. So my lawyer, which is Jeff Cantel, told me basically, until something happens on his trial, you're kind of still stuck with them until Diddy sign off. But by law, you heard me, he has to sign the papers. So I went up there myself. I wanted him to see me. He did, courtesy of the Justin situation and Janice Combs owning my publishing and all this shit. I wanted to go up there. I wanted them people to see my face. So I went up there. When I went up there, I was anxious. I'm not even gonna much lie to you because it was a bittersweet situation.
He said, I ain't gonna put much lie to you. I like how he talk. He said, I ain't gonna much lie to you. He said, I was a little bit nervous there, but I had to let him show my face there, I saw Puff up. Wait till he described how Puff looked, yo. It's hilarious. But yeah, he went during jury selection. I wasn't there for that.
Situation, bro. Bittersweet because of the things that transpired with me in the Bad Boy situation with Diddy and how it went down. That wasn't right on my end, as well as it wasn't right on his end. I'm not going to be biased and just straight blame him for all the things that transpired, but I 100% can say that he's responsible for a lot of things that I wasn't able to do with my career moving forward. So when I went to the courtroom, it was packed. I'm not even going to lie to you, brother. It was packed. It was pandemonium. People were happy to see me. I ain't gonna lie, I was low key though. I was low key, but I took my hoodie off. I went in there, because it's a public whatever you dig. Anybody can practically go in there, kind of. So I went in there, and people knew my face. And the first person I seen was Cassie. I seen Cassie. She gave me a little smirk on her face. I knew what the smirk was. The smirk was like, wow, Chops here, right? And she was kind of happy to see me. Then I look over to my left and I see the whole Combs family. I seen Janice, his children was there. The twin girls was there. His other daughter was there. All the little cornballs, his little sons was there. You dig? And they gave me the most meanest mug in the world, right? and Diddy come out, right? And Diddy looked like he about a good 99 years old, but he still had a great characteristical attitude with himself, meaning I can tell, you heard me, that he's keeping his head up in there.
Yo, him talking is hilarious. He said, you heard me? He said he got his head up in there. You heard me? Because I had to be like that when I was in that situation there, You got to keep your head up for your family up in there. You got to keep your head up.
Even though it's so hard for him, I can tell that it's hard for him by me going through that sex trafficking situation a couple years ago. But I can also tell that he's keeping his head up. Maybe not for the situation, bruh, but most definitely for his family. He's staying strong for his family. And he looked at me. And when he looked at me like, you bitch ass nigga. And I looked at him like, you was a bitch ass nigga too, right? And I stayed there and I watched the whole thing transpire. But basically what they was doing in there was jury selection. But yeah, I definitely was there, and it was definitely a eerie feeling, like I didn't belong there. That was the look the Combs family had on their face. But I definitely belonged there. Chopper City go everywhere. I'm me, believe that. And I was proud of myself that I was there. And I don't know. That's what happened. I just went up there, seen it. Did he look at me like me? His family looked like me, and I looked like love you bitches too. The end. That's how I went. Yeah. Yeah, I was there. Oh yeah, and also I forgot to say this here. When Diddy looked at me, he looked at me like, you bitch ass nigga. Obviously for what I spoke my truth. You heard me on all the dialogue, but he actually looked at me in disappointment. You heard me? He looked at me like I have no right to be up there. He looked at me like he was like, I don't know. It was eerie. It was like, how could you do this to me? But deep down, I looked at him like, how could you do this to me? You understand? Like the life that I had to live from you doing bad business with me, and I've done everything right. You heard me with the bad boy situation. The songs that you stole from me, you know, from the Khalees, not milkshake B, but bossy B, to all that that I've done behind the scenes and on the scenes that you took from me and give me nothing. You gave me nothing. You left me to be down here in New Orleans, Louisiana, especially during Katrina, when I had to give my savings to my family. I be honest with you, from the Bad Boy South situation, I signed a $500,000 deal. Uncle Sam took practically 190 of that, left me with practically at least 300 and some thousand. Um, when Diddy said me, because I wasn't trying to be on the road with him or be on the road at all to promote my album, courtesy of Katrina, because no one from outside of New Orleans understood the detrimental situation that has occurred to us. I didn't even understand it. You dig? I'm not used to a Category 5 hurricane. When hurricanes come here, it be Category 3, 2, like that there. It's that you can manage. You understand? I didn't understand the detrimental situation that was going to occur, and he didn't either. So I can understand why he probably was like, get back on the road. You dig? But I couldn't get back on the road. So I gave most of all my money to my family after I asked this man, say, bro, you owe me another 500,000. I signed $1 million deal. Give me the other 500,000, or at least a portion of that, so I can make sure my people straight to get out of the city, and I can be straight to be able to get back on the road. And it's only going to take me maybe a week or two. And he told me no. So at the end of the day, him. Period. So the disappointment was also my disappointment. You heard me? So if it's me, it's you. Believe that. And you heard me. That's kind of what that was. So I was happy to be there. Period. With a smile. You see, I done took out my slugs. I done took out my diamonds now, huh? I done cleaned it up, mighty baby. I done put the veneers in, baby. That's the you face. You heard me? Yeah. That dude. Proceed though.
Yeah, I peeped that. I see you, man. You got the new grill, the new mouthpiece. I peeped that. But I do want to ask you about Diddy appearance. Like, how did he look appearance wise?
Diddy he looked at old. He looked at like his actual age. You dig? How is a 50, close to 60 something year old man supposed to look? He looked at like a young elderly man. He looked at like a elderly man that was hip, if that makes sense. He looked like a cool grandpa. You hear me? But like I say, he didn't look distraught. He didn't look stressed or depressed. And I can tell why. Because, when I was in that situation, brother, I couldn't look like that when it was happening to me because my people was there. You dig? So I had to keep my head up and my chin up, you hear me, because of my family. So I could tell that he was still stressed, but yet and still his chin was up, and he looked pretty cool though. He looked at like if Diddy wasn't rich. He looked like he still kept himself up. He had a nice cut. You heard me? I could tell that you heard me back there. He's well taken care of. So he didn't look like down bad. He looked at like a elderly hip man. You know what I mean? If that makes sense. He looked at his age if he wasn't rich. So that's the best answer I could give with that. He looked at his age. Gray hair, gray beard, gray. He just was grayed out. But he looked at like a young, handsome, older, elderly man. Period. Who had a lot of weight on his shoulder. That's what he looked like.
I see. So when you was in court, how uncomfortable was you when you seen Diddy family? Because I mean, you have been talking a little greasy about him. So
no, I wasn't uncomfortable because at the end of the day, I have to things that I get worried about. I face. I'm a fearless person, and if I don't face those things, I regret them later.
Yeah, he just talking about seeing Diddy up in court. That's Chopper from Making of the Band. There's a lot of resentment there. You can still hear it in his voice. There's a lot of resentment there, man. People sign them contracts when they're young and they don't read them, and it's like it's like a one-time deal. It's like if you don't sign the contract, then you ain't gonna never get a chance. A lot of people got robbed in their first deal. They got robbed, and yeah, man, it's like his past is coming back because everybody talking stuff like that. Yeah, it's crazy, man. I wish I had seen him. He came to a jury selection. He might show back up again. We'll see. I could see him showing up again, but it's definitely going to be crazy around the time the jury gets that case. Because as soon as they get him, I'm gonna say, guys, officially, his life is in the jury hands. They got the case, and I already know how it is, guys. I know it by heart how it'll go down. So the jury is deliberating, right? Everybody's in the cafeteria because I'm gonna be hanging out in the cafeteria, and eventually everybody like, guys, the jury has responded. Everybody run into the courtroom, and just the jury just had a question. Oh man! Then everybody go back to the cafeteria. That cafeteria gonna be packed, right? And then that's where I'm gonna be at. So as soon as you get the word, everybody like, guys, they reached a verdict. Oh shit! Now everybody's getting their seats. So they give the parties time to get back to the courtroom if they're not there. So the judge usually will say, okay, he'll just say all parties be here within an hour. Everybody's in the courtroom now. The defendant has came in. And then the judge comes in and he talks to the bailiff or the sheriff. I understand that the jury has reached a verdict. Yes, Your Honor. Okay, bring him in. And then he'll say to the people, no outbursts. I just want to admonish you, no outbursts. And I do see that all parties are present, including the defendant. Next thing you know, all rise. Here come the jury. You can hear a pin drop. And both sides are looking at the jury to see if they can get a look on their face to see. It's always what the defendant is doing. He's looking at the jury as they come in. None of them are watching them. So then they sit down. The judge, like, everybody can sit down. And the judge will say, he'll talk to the jury foreperson. I understand that you guys reached a verdict. Yes, Your Honor. Okay, can you hand over the verdict for him so I can check him over? So now he's going through the paperwork. It's quiet in there. And now he's saying, you can publish the verdict. May the defendant please rise. Oh my God. May the defendant please rise. United States versus Sean John Combs on count 1. We, the jury, find the defendant not guilty. Whoo, God, Lord. Now, once he get one not guilty, he might run the table. He could run the table. He could. If he run the table, oh shit. Everybody, it'll just be breaking the internet. But it could go like this. United States, they'll say case number such and such. United States versus Sean John Combs. We, the jury, find a defendant on count 1 guilty. Ooh. Then you'll hear it again. The judge said, calm down. No outbursts. I told you this. Ooh. And then they'll go down the line. After it's all said and done, okay, with both sides, would y'all like to poll the jury? Yeah, we like to poll the jury. Juror number 236, is this your verdict? Yes. Juror number 15, is this your verdict? Yes. Juror number 88, is this your verdict? Yes. I know how it is, man. You said I don't think so, Max. What do you think what do you think? Well, I'm just telling you how it goes. It could be not guilty. Not guilty. Not if that defense team run the table on not guilties, I have to now put them on the Mount Rushmore of attorneys. All of them. Yep. I have to put them up there. That price will go up through the roof. But yeah, man, that's how it usually works, man. You say even if he's not guilty, he'll change them that hair as soon as he get out. Get some just for men, he'll be straight. He'll get back right. But that's how it works, man. When they come back, man, it's a tense situation. I don't wish that on nobody. I do not. Suge got 28 years. Jimmy Henchman life. I've logged on Jimmy Henchman's case. James Roseman, that's his name. Jimmy, aka Jimmy Henchman. James Roseman. I remember that case. Sure do. Yeah, you say you was expecting a large enterprise. Well, you thinking like more than one defendant, racketeer. You thinking gang activity. You're thinking mafia activity. Yeah. Anyway, guys, that's what's going on there. Tupac predicted Jimmy Henchman and Puff Daddy future on Against All Odds. Did he really? I have to go listen to it now. I'm afraid though. I don't want to say. I just don't want to put up like, oh man. I don't know, man. It's something about, I don't know. Everything is cool so far. Everything is cool. Everything is good. His sons wasn't there this past Friday because they were attending their sister's graduation. His sister was in court though. She was there, but the girls, the boy, his sons were not there. I know, old boy. I know. That's what I was getting ready to say. Something's up with that. Yeah, something's up. I don't know. We could be wrong. You know, people say they were saying like just like they're saying it was stuff in the baby oil. It wasn't. Just gotta wait and see how it plays out. But guys, I'm out of here. I will catch you on the next one. Yeah, I gotta charge my phone, but I'll catch you on the next one. All right.